G'day guys, how's it going? Righto, we're testing out some of the bloody Jay Leno's products. This GP, look, you can see I did a bit of a play with this, with the tyre and trim cleaner. Like, that is absolutely magic. I just did this over at my daughter-in-law's place, and I said, look, let me take this bloody Jeep and use some of these products and see how good we can get this up, because there's a few things around here. There's that bumper bar there. The metal polish, I reckon, is going to do really good on that. I've got all-purpose cleaner, which I think will clean up those rims, although they do have a tyre cleaner, but I think that all-purpose stuff's pretty good. Tar and bug remover, a few bits and pieces. What I'm going to do now is just give it a light bloody hit with the old pressure washer, then we'll soap it up and get into it. Now, I tell you what, guys, this bloody, this little Jay Leno's soap thing, this thing came with a soaper, but when you use this, I've done this on bloody motorbikes, and it's just magic the way that this throws it on. How's that? Is that not cool as? I could do this as a job, no worries. Foaming stuff up. You wouldn't know it was a bloody blue car. So this foam, the way that that foam works and that gun that throws it on there, it just really hangs on there. I've used other stuff where you spray it on, it foams off, but then it just really quickly just dissipates. But this, yeah, bloody good shit. Yeah, you can really feel the grime on this car. Actually, guys, I might just give this a rub first. I'm just interested to see how that brake fluid, the brake bloody dust comes off. Just using, yeah, look at that, just using that wash. That's without even using that all-purpose cleaner, because I know Hayley used to have a lot of problems with getting, she gets this dust on, oh, it comes out really quick. I don't know whether it's just a feature of this particular car or the brakes she's using. But look at that. That's just the wash. Crazy. All right, I'll go around and do the rest. Righto, guys, so I've done those 3 wheels, and I actually gave the running boards just a quick scrub. Let's get this stuff off, eh? I'll bring you down closer for the tyres. Hey, how's that? That is amazing, bloody. But as you can see, there's still stuff on there, and that's where you need the all-purpose or a actual bloody wheel cleaner. Righto, so that's just a straight up bloody pressure wash. There was no rubbing or anything like that, and already bloody it just looks way better. On this car, because it's been left for so long, Hayley's pregnant, she's got lots bloody going on in her life. I would, you know, normally do the old rubber dub over it. Let's see if we can find some spots to get some bloody bug and tar and that kind of stuff. Alrighty, prime example, I'd say that is, what do you call it, tree sap. I'll put a bit of bug and tar remover on that. Just let that sit on there. That's just really lightly, just boom, gone. 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 Beautiful. Rightio guys, so that's this all-purpose. You can see I'm just about bloody running out. I've got another bottle there. I use this on my motorcycle. It does my hubs and stuff, the places that you can't get to with a brush really well. So we'll just spray some of this on and see what it does. I know Jay Leno's have the actual tyre stuff where it'll actually change colour to that dust, brake dust stuff. You can just see it on the tyre starting to bloody come out. It just gets in and gets all that bloody, you can see the dirt lifting out. And if we now just run it with this thing. Yeah, so you can see how much more bloody crap's in there. And this is just a nice, really soft brush. Oh, bloody beautiful, eh? Look at that. Righto, I'll get the rest done. Hey, how are those bloody rims? They have come up brilliant. I'm so happy with that. Righto, next job before it gets too bloody dark is to try this, the metal polish on this bull bar. I've used this on forks and that was just like, it was magic the way that it came up. These bloody, these are grouse, I tell you. I used to always use the chamois, but this, nobody ever told me that you could use these microfibers as a bloody drying towel, and these especially for that. Rightio guys, so this is that bloody magic metal polish. Give it a good shake, and then all you do is just put it on here. Just basically just, you don't have to, you're just applying it. Actually, I won't do it on all of it, just so if we can see if there's a bit of a difference. In actual fact, I can start to see, you can see that discoloration. So that's all that oxidization coming off. So this isn't abrasive, it's a chemical thing, and it's, all it's doing is removing the oxidization. Alright, then we just give it a buff up. Look at that. So that instantly gets that bloody shine back. Hopefully you guys can see that. Obviously this bumper bar's got a lot of scratches and look at that shine in it. Look at that. So if we come across to here, look at that. So that there, and then as soon as you get to the part where that, and that's like just so easy to do. That is crazy. Look at that. No shine, shine. Brilliant. So I'll just whack a bloody heap of this stuff on, and I'll just, oh, of course I'll wipe it on there. I'll just wipe it all over it and let it do its job. If you haven't noticed already by now, I'm not an expert at bloody cleaning cars. I'm just a regular bloke using some products. So I would just let that sit there for a bloody minute or two, and then just buff it off. Look at that stuff, see that, all that black? That's all that oxidization. That's most probably the hardest part, is which isn't hard, it's just buffing it off. The applying it on's easy. You know, with the abrasive polishes, you've got to rub it in and then rub it off. But this, yeah, it just makes that job a little bit easier. Wow, I reckon I'm going to give that one more shot because that is magic. There you go, guys, and that is done. I don't even want to touch it. I'll put fingerprints. It's like it's chrome now. It's getting late. I've got to go have tea. I'll see you in the morning. Rightio guys, it's the next day, and oh my god, this is just, when she sees this, she's just gonna bloody, I know what Hayley's like. Bloody crap. Let's get doing the trim. Righto, so obviously as you can see I previously did that, but let's get the rest of it done. This is like colouring in for kids. It's just so easy and satisfying. It's crazy. And the beauty of this stuff, it doesn't leave any residue. It just dries to nothing. Righto, so I'll continue. I'll do all the mud flaps and the running boards, all the bits of plastic, all the handles, all these handles. They'll get all blackened up. Just magic. So I most surely do it a couple of times, because what they say is that it just sucks it in. So you do it a few times, or just until you know, the next time you go to do it and it doesn't change, then you know you've got it fully, whatever it does. And then I just grab one of these, just give it a buff it off, and hey presto, she's all done. Rightio guys, so I've done all the trim up the top of the roof. Now you'll find with the trim is that some, especially like the mirrors, one coat done, all the dash part where the bonnet meets the windscreen, pretty much one, boom, done. Door handles 3 times, these bits here 1 time, mud flaps 3 or 4 times. So depending on what plastics use, some of the plastic must suck it in and just keeps, if it's really thirsty, it's just going to keep doing it, so you've got to do it a few times. Righto, let's get these tyres done. Love doing the tyres, nice and easy, instant gratification. Look at that, and that'll just dry off. Now I've done this on my Jeep Cherokee XJ 1999 on the tyres, and I think I did it about a week or so ago, and they're still exactly the bloody same. It hasn't worn off or faded off or anything. Hey, brilliant. Righto, I'll get the other ones done. Okay guys, so now we're going to do these windows, and I always do the outside and the inside, even though I've washed it. So that's the Jay Leno's bloody glass cleaner. I've been using this for ages. I love it. The missus bloody loves it. And so it's a combination of this stuff and this diamond weave cloth that you can get from them, and it just works brilliantly. Doesn't leave any smudges whatsoever. So that's that, and then if I press a button, this thing should pop out at me. Let me see. There we go, look at that, magic. Now I have no idea if you guys can see all that crap. Dogs actually go in the back of this car, so no wonder it's a bit bloody grotty. But you know, windows, doesn't take much for them to get bloody grotty. It looks like we've got, I don't know what that is, paint. Looks like paint or something on there. Paint splatter. Matt's a painter by trade, so wouldn't be surprised. And there you go, look at that. So if I bring this back down, and look at that. Apart from those, I don't know if that's on the inside or the outside. I think it's on the inside. But yeah, just brilliant. Righto, I'll go and do the rest. Right, I wasn't planning on using this stuff, but I've used this before. Eco Wash, brilliant for just not getting the hose out to wash your, normally for me it's bloody motorbikes. When I was doing all these rubbers with that tyre and trim, on the, I don't know if you can pick it up, but you can see residue from that tyre and trim on the paint and also on the window. So I just use this. It doesn't matter where you get it. I'll just use that to get that residue off on that paint as well, and it doesn't affect, the trim still stays, like it didn't wipe that off that trim. Righto, so the last thing I've got to do is use this. I'm going to use this. I normally use the hand wax. I love the hand wax that they have, but this is Quick Detailer. And it's paint, chrome, aluminium, glass, it can go on all that kind of stuff. And it basically just used to remove light fingerprint smudges, water spots and light dust. All right, so I purposely didn't chamois this last night, and it's like that, that's quite tacky. So let's just see what happens. Apparently we just spray it on. Keep that in the frame. And then, oh yeah, so there's a residue, and then it's basically, I think they say buff it off. Wow, that's a whole lot, what would you call that? There was more substance to that than what I thought. Yeah, so as you can see, it hasn't, obviously this isn't great paint, but those watermarks have actually come out. I'm just wondering, and yeah, way slippier. I'm just wondering whether the hand, I really like that hand wax. Oh, come on, let's just do it. Righto, so spray it on. So to do it in small sections. Grab another rag, buff it off. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, it is actually easier, I think. Look at that, actually, hey. Wow. Yeah, well, that does bring up a bloody shine on it, doesn't it? Yeah, wow. Hopefully you can see that. Righto guys, what I'm going to do is use the hand wax. I reckon the Duque is not, for that quick detailer, I think you need to have a good Duque. Like this doesn't have, I wouldn't think it's got any polish on it at all. So I reckon I'll use this hand wax, and it's really easy. You just apply it on like that, just so that you've got an even coverage on there. It's just, you're applying it, you're not rubbing it. Just like that. We'll bloody chuck some up here. And the beauty of this stuff too is that because it dries to a haze, so you know where you have and you haven't, you know, done it. So that's it, just an even application. Wait for it to haze over, and then you can rub it off. Alright, so that's pretty much hazed off. You can also get this one in a spray bottle. Apparently it puts a thinner coat on it, and apparently it is a little bit shinier than what this comes up. But what I've found is that this stuff does a bloody good job, if you ask me. Look at that. Yeah, that's why I love the hand wax. It's just, that's easy. I reckon that's easier than that quick detailer, unless you had a car with a really good polish on it. The other one would most probably be easier. But look at that. Man, she's gonna love this. Right, so I'll just do the rest of the car now, and we'll come back to you and just show you the bloody finished product. Then I can take it back to her. Well, there you go, guys. That is that bloody Jeep done. That has just come up absolutely brilliant. I would have thought that I would have had to, you know, do a good bloody polish job on it, but that hand wax, that bloody tyre and trim stuff just blackened up everything. Those rims cleaned up, and of course that metal polish, just, I should actually do some on the side runner. I might bloody do that as well. It's getting on a bit late, and I've got to get this car back, otherwise Hayley won't be able to go teach the prep schoolers. Righto, hope you enjoyed that, guys. I think good old Jay might be bloody proud of me, I reckon. I reckon he'd say I did a bloody good job. Righto, guys, catch you later.